It's late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. The Week 15 slate is only in a few hours, and we are here to break down the Contrarian plays, the secret menu, while you sip your morning coffee and eat that morning bagel as we come off a Saturday slate filled with excitement, huge blown leads, divisional rivalry games settled at home, and I am ready to get in to the Week 15 Contrarian slate. And oh man, we are actually incurring some sad news before we get into the intro song. We can't ride this week. Russell Wilson is ruled out, so this is going to be a tough one. But we're still here to do it. Let's go. Welcome in to the DFS Deli. I am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Saleh Ali Shaheed. And I am joined tonight with the man I hit with the "you up" text as we sit here and record at 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning for you, the listener. Chill. Welcome back to the Deli, man. What's going on?
Dude, it's a good day to be back. We had two good football games today. You could have taken a power nap in between them. The other game was so bad. What a snooze fest.
Hey man, it was good. It was good for me, bro. I mean, like, the Browns got itself a well earned, hard fought victory. Deshaun Watson didn't look like he deserved to be in the free agent pool as opposed to a franchise starting quarterback. So that was nice. It was a good night. It's a good night.
I mean, but you know what people are gonna say? They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's 2-1, coming back." You know those people. But no, man, it's a good day to be in the Deli. It's we'll try to make our takes maybe a little bit quicker. That way you can get on with your business and let's get ready to dive on into the contrarian takes.
That's it, man. We're trying to get some low-owned plays to get us to the top of our tournament leaderboards. And as we saw on the short slate today, it was KJ Osborne and the Colts defense as the low-owned plays of the slate. So, I mean, we saw a team come back from 33 points down to get a dub. That was something.
Boy, how about Matt Ryan's resume? Not only were you the victim of the largest Super Bowl comeback in history, you are now the victim of the largest regular season comeback in history.
I would retire. I would just call it a career after today.
I saw some of the things on on Twitter. It'd be like 2023 Kirk Cousins, Colts starting quarterback.
Yeah. I can.
But seriously, their play calling was so bad.
G. Willikers is like Jeff Saturday has never been like an NFL head coach and doesn't need to be an NFL head coach. It's like really crazy.
I forgot what the stat is, but it was like Jeff Saturday in his games as a coach has been outscored like 82-6 in the fourth quarter.
That's amazing.
Holy shit!
What a guy! What a fucking guy!
Can an interim coach be fired?
Nah, man, they're gonna ride this one out because they want to lose.
Holy shit!
Yeah, holy shit is right. And I mean, I'm sorry, Chill, but rip to you. Your Dolphins got beat by my Buffalo Bills tonight.
I mean, they did. I think much to everybody's surprise, yes, the Dolphins can play in the cold.
They didn't look bad. They didn't look bad.
Even when it was coming, in snow, they were still okay. I mean, at the end of the day, the Dolphins' problems will still be that Tua Tagovailoa always underthrows these open wide receivers.
Yeah, there's that whole thing. But
we have one of the best, if not the best wide receiving corps in the NFL, and this dude just underthrows them. So I guess the Dolphins they'll have to figure out that problem. So good on them.
Yeah, but Tua is the quarterback for the foreseeable future. But I mean, playoffs are still alive. You're just not catching the Bills for the division lead anymore. Sorry about your luck. And
No, I
yeah,
think technically aren't the Bills. I don't think they can lose the division, right?
well, they clinched a playoff spot. Like they're in,
Okay,
but I don't know. They'd have to lose out, and Miami have to win out, and
I
but
think
we
so.
got the
Yeah,
type. Whatever, it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
I think it would have to be something along those lines. But
Yeah,
yeah,
something crazy.
either way, the Dolphins if they make the playoffs, because they can miss the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be starting on the road.
I hope they got to go to Tennessee. so we got the Tua doubles live.
Oh my god,
That's gonna be the lock of the wild card round. Period. Tua doubles. Move on.
bruh, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm very well aware of what could be going on in the first round of the playoffs. But here we are on week 15 Eve, final descent time. And like you and I were chatting about earlier. I mean, we had a sweat. We had a sweat the tournament. Today, if Dawson Knox didn't catch that last touchdown from Josh Allen, we would have been several $1,000s richer. But I'm not going to complain about getting Christmas money early, as it were. I ain't spending all that on Christmas. Trust me, kids ain't that spoiled. But it was a sign of things to come here in the Deli, and I think we want to carry that momentum into Sunday and see what we can do, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's dive on into the slate.
But see, so as you know, we go position by position, break down what we feel could be some under-owned plays, and the quarterback position is tough because, as I mentioned on Thursday when we recorded, I don't want to play anybody else but like three dudes.
Are they the three highest owned guys?
They may or may not be. So Patrick Mahomes is not one of them, even though obviously, from ownership projections, he probably should be. See, my thing is, especially when it comes to I don't want to say like higher stakes, because like a lot of people, as the money goes up, people get real conservative. Right. So, like, especially at the quarterback position. So, the ideal positions for me for tomorrow is Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert. Right. But I think as we turn over the cards tomorrow, I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to run away with ownership.
I mean, my site has him as the highest owned.
Mine does too. So, like, you got to kind of extrapolate that to look at these other guys and say, well, by default, someone's going to be lower owned than they should. So, as opposed to taking like what's projecting as these 10% or less owned guys, I'm going to pretend that if your people are going to be paying up, they're going to go all the way to Patrick Mahomes and stop, which is going to leave Jalen Hurts with lower ownership than he should have. I understand that from what I'm looking at is that he's probably the second or third highest projected owned quarterback on the slate, as he should be, because this Chicago matchup is juicy. Second highest implied team total on the board, and you know where to go with these Eagles, especially with not especially, but he does have Dallas Goedert coming back, and that adds an extra layer to this offense. I mean, this Eagles team could drop 45 tomorrow.
You're not wrong.
And I mean, you look at Patrick Mahomes, he's got guys coming back. He's going to have Kadarius Toney back. He's going to have MVS back. He's already got Juju. We know what Travis Kelce can do. Pacheco. I mean, Jerick McKinnon broke out last week. Like, what? Who are his stacking partners? Like, who you pick, you're going to be wrong. So I would rather go to the Hurt side. I can throw in Goddard, A.J. Brown, the Slim Reaper, Miles Sanders, and walk the hell away.
You're not wrong. Hurts's options are a little bit easier. I mean, the Texans do play a lot of zone. And with them playing a lot of zone defense, that to me just screams for Travis Kelce and Juju to feast. So if you're going to pair up Mahomes, you're probably just going to go with those two, which will take you off of, the Pacheco ownership too. So it might be the better way to go. I think the quarterback that's probably going to get forgotten here is probably going to be Herbert. But I mean, I think there's two quarterbacks that are below these guys that I think are that I mean, like I mentioned Dak Prescott on Monday. Um, I
Thursday?
think or Thursday, yeah,
We
Thursday. My
certainly
bad.
ain't talking on Monday.
My bad, not on Monday, on Thursday. But I mean, I think another guy to consider is like this guy's going up against a team that has nothing but injuries on their defense. Like, is anybody playing Joe Burrow? Cincinnati's the team. I mean, b- both teams here love to throw the ball. Like, they're both in the top five. So, like, the pace of this game is going to be ideal. So, I really don't. I don't see why maybe people are just going to take a pass on Joe Burrow. And then, I mean, let's be real. If you don't want to pay up for any of these guys, you just play Mac Jones at 5K, and
I'm not playing Mac Jones.
you're not playing Mac Jones because he's good. You're just playing Mac Jones because his stacking options are cheap, and that double stack allows you to fit whatever you want.
So we sit here on a Sunday morning, and you're not going to talk up your boy Andy Dalton?
I'm kind of coming down a little bit on Andy Dalton.
Good.
I might be leaning more towards Mac.
There you go. Good man. Good man. No,
But
I agree with the Joe Burrow take. I mean, like, I'm 100% with you on Joe Burrow. Like, no one's going to, like, we're going to get like a 5% own Joe Burrow. And, like, you don't even got to get wild. You can just throw Chase in there and be done with it.
and both of the and like Cincinnati's secondaries hurt a little bit, and like the Bucks wide receivers, whichever one you want to use as a bringback, is going to be low owned. I think nobody's playing Mike Evans tomorrow.
Mike Evans.
I mean, the dude should have had a 60-yard touchdown last week, but it got called back. I've never seen somebody with like so many touchdowns that never happened that either got called back for penalty or he dropped it. But yeah, nobody's gonna play either one of the Bucks guys. So
dude, can we just skip to wide receivers so I can sing the praises of Mike Evans real quick? Like, I've said it once before and I was wrong, but I'm going right back to the well. It's Mike Evans week, but I digress. We can stay here on this game.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, my favorite probably two lower owned quarterbacks of the week is Dak and Burrow. Fields is super intriguing. It's just who do you put with them, or you just run them out there naked?
Philadelphia is just so sexy on defense. I don't think Fields is going to have the running room that he normally does.
So,
but like honestly, so like let's say you load up Herbert, and your 1 o'clock guys fail, you could just swap to Burrow, and like feel really good about it.
Right, I would agree with that.
So instead of like, you got Big Mike and Herbert lined up in the 4 o'clock window or something like that, with your King Henry run backs because he's looking uber chalky. You just get the hell off of that. Just go Burrow, Chase, and like run it back with Mike Evans. And that could resurrect your lineups from the dead, as it were. Just a thought. But again, man, like I'm kind of on the same boat with you about Herbert. I mean, again, I think Jalen Hurts could be popular. Patrick Mahomes is going to be super popular. As you mentioned, Mac Jones on the low end is going to be that guy if people want to save salary. But again, man, low own Joe Burrow. And we just saw Tampa Bay get that ass whipped last time they were on the freaking field. So, I mean, like,
even on both sides, even for both teams, like there's a lot of injuries in that game that like nobody's talking about.
I agree. I think you convinced me to play a little Joe Burrow tomorrow, by the way. I think I'm in.
I said Burrow's definitely worth a look.
A DraftKings only. I'm going to say his name again. Weapon X against ATL. I know. It's hard to click Taysom Hill as a quarterback on a website. But 4,900 allows you to do whatever the hell you want. And if he gets in the box twice, because it ain't going to be throwing, it's going to be receiving or running. So you get those extra points from that. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're playing a millionaire maker team, why the hell not? Just throwing a little Taysom Hill. Why not? Atlanta blows, bro. And they're going to have Ritter as their quarterback, so they might spend less time on offense this week. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm feeling Taysom Hill this week.
I don't hate it.
Feeling Taysom Hill. If I'm pay down, I'm pay all the way down. Any other quarterbacks you think we missed?
No, I think. Truthfully, for me, that's basically what I'm looking at in terms of quarterback. As somebody who plays mostly like early only and afternoon only type lineups and one main slate, I would play a Mahomes double. I'd play Burrow. I really like Dak. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I feel like I'm probably going to play a Justin Herbert lineup because Tennessee is just so bad. So we'll see where we go from there. I think right now my odd man out might be Jalen Hurts, but
that hurts. That hurts my soul.
Might be out, but he might be the odd man out. But I could see. I'm going to have a piece of that offense.
Oh, absolutely. And as we make that segue to running back, I think we, my number one play with a bullet, Miles freaking Sanders. I mean, this Chicago defense is sauce.
They're bad.
So, I mean, we saw what Miles Sanders did last week. So, I mean, there's no reason why any of these Eagles can't show out against this Bears team. And you know what they do when they get to a lead? They sit on that ball. So there's going to be a lot of Miles Sanders in the second half. If this game goes to script, of course. So, I mean, if I'm looking at guys like, Derrick Henry being super high owned, Austin Eckler being super high owned, Alvin Kamara being super high owned, James Conner to a lesser extent, like we've seen in the past, this year has been just paid out at running back, right? Like these super high elite guys just aren't binking tournaments unless your name is Josh Jacobs, who, either him or Devontae Adams breaks a slate every damn week, and I get them back this week, but at least it's against New England. So, I mean, like, there's a chance like it won't happen, right?
Right.
So thank God for that. But, I mean, Miles Sanders, yeah. And I'll piggyback off what Baker said on Thursday. I'm kind of leaning a little more into this Joe Mixon thing. I mean, you got the workhorse role. Tampa is known for being stout against the run, but lately they've been a little sus. So, right. I mean.
And Vita Vea, I believe. I don't know if Vita Vea is playing in this game.
I really don't care if he does. I mean, this Tampa offense has been just stumbling and bumbling so bad lately that the Bengals should have extra offensive possessions in this one. And, like I said, as much as I've thought about it over the weeks, or I'm sorry, over the days, I should say, since it was mentioned on the Thursday show, I'm going to pay up a little bit because Joe Mixon is not cheap, but I'm kind of leaning into it a little bit.
Yeah, Vita Vea was ruled out.
I'm in.
So, yeah, they're missing a lot of people. They're missing a lot of people on their defense.
So, like, are y'all really about to play like chalky Latavius Murray?
I mean, he's got the backfield to himself, right?
That's a trap.
I mean, he's got the backfield to himself. Because I believe Mike Boone got placed on IR, and Arizona's best run stopper is also out for that game, and they weren't good to stop the run. I just forgot if it was a D lineman or middle linebacker, but he's out too. So, I mean, with the team that was struggling to stop the run, and you figured all Denver's going to try and do is probably run, like, I get the play.
Nope. I can't get behind it. I'm sorry. I'd rather pay down for some other guys. But as far as your short list of contrarian plays at running back, who are you looking at tomorrow?
Yeah, one in the chamber. It's probably Miles Sanders. I'm kind of surprised his ownership is this low.
I know, right?
Um, I mean, I get it. Like, I get some of the ownership on some of these high price guys. Like, I'm not. I'm fading Josh Jacobs tomorrow. I mean, I just believe that New England has a really good defense, and like they have a good run defense. Um, I'm only going to be playing Derrick Henry probably in my Chargers lineups. Um,
I'm
and
not.
then you look at like do you play Alvin Kamara tomorrow or do you fade Alvin Kamara tomorrow?
Chili, chili, chili. How many times do I have to say I'm playing Taysom Hill tomorrow? Okay. If
True,
the
true.
American sniper is going to take away from anybody, guess who it is? Alvin Kamara. Like, does he have a excellent matchup? Yes. Does he have the backfield to himself, sans Mark Ingram? Yes. Does he have the potential to be absolutely threaded by Weapon X in the red zone? Yes. Because it's like, okay, well, Mark Ingram's not playing. You know, he's got the backfield to himself, et cetera, et cetera. But, there are special packages specifically designed to get Taysom Hill into the end zone. Now, could he rush for, 20 yards, like no touchdowns? He's barely involved. Yes, of course. And Alvin Kamara could absolutely shatter the slate. But this is not what the Saints do. Like, we've seen this movie before.
The Saints don't even know what they do.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, with this ownership the way it is, I mean, I'm going to have to fade it, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
And then my next question is why are the Cowboys running backs really low owned? Is everybody?
They kind of pricey.
I mean, on DraftKings, Zeke is his usual, and Tony Pollard is 7,100. Like, I mean, Jacksonville did give up 100 yards rushing to Derrick Henry last week
in like a quarter.
I mean, and the Titans' offensive line is ass. Like, if this ownership's gonna stay this low, like, I might have to maybe change my perspective on my Cowboys lineups here. But
hey, listen, man.
It's low. It's real low.
Tony Pollard, official member of the brand. So, I mean, if we're getting a less than 10% owned Tony Pollard against Jacksonville, dude.
Yeah, and I mean,
you might have to sign me up.
I mean, and Donta Foreman is getting a heavy workload. He's just not scoring
anymore. Outside that one fucking week where he went for 3 touchdowns.
So, if you want to play somebody that's a little bit off the radar, if you don't want to play Zonovan Knight and you want to pay up the extra 100 to play Donta Foreman, I get it. I'm not against it.
Listen, bleep you, buddy. All right. The running back play in that game is on the opposite side of the damn ball. All right. It's Najee Harris sizzing. Okay.
That's
no
fine.
Injury report. Carolina, Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. They're going to be leaning heavy on the run. Like, please. Najee Harris, less than 5% owned. Please sign me up.
And then in terms of the Patriots situation, like Damian Harris was ruled out.
He already is. Yep.
Right, was ruled out. And then Ramondre Stevenson is the questionable one. Like, if he gets ruled out, I believe Kevin Harris becomes the lead back with Pierre Strong overtaking the kind of the wide receiver-esque duties there. So, if you're just paying attention or,
I'm not touching the New England situation. I'm not touching the Houston situation.
I'm not going to touch the Houston
I'm good.
one.
Yeah, I'm good. Hard pass. Thanks.
I mean, speaking of Houston, you playing yourself some chalky Chris Moore?
Dude,
Highest
No.
owned. High. Would you have ever thought last month when I was joking about Chris Moore that in this week he'd be the chalkiest wide receiver on the slate?
That brings a great deal of joy to my face because I've been screaming Chris Moore for like years, and it's his time to shine. But no, seriously. So they only have 3 active receivers on the roster, and they activated a 5th tight end.
Dude.
All of them will be active tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, are they gonna come out in the goal line offense? Like, what are they doing?
Dude, I don't know. Whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman glass. I just looked at like some wide receiver ownership. y'all for real ain't playing Mike Williams.
I got him at 13%.
I got Keenan Allen higher owned than Mike Williams right now.
Same. I got Keenan at 17.
Y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind.
Yeah. What I don't get about these ownership projections is like, yeah, I know like quarterbacks kind of spread out, but you figure that with Jalen Hurts being high owned, like I feel like AJ Brown, Devonta Smith at 7%.
That makes no sense, right? Like, do people just play naked like Hurts?
Dude, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this at all.
Is the biggest middle finger at wide receiver this week T. Higgins because nobody's gonna play him?
Well, he gave everybody the middle finger last week with his hamstring injury that wasn't reported.
That could have been coaching.
It could have been coaching.
Could have been coaching. So like,
but no one's playing him because they're
playing
scared of this hamstring injury.
Nobody's playing him. I mean, another wide receiver I like this week. Like we discussed it before we hit the record button, but like if Jacoby Myers wasn't hurt, he would be what Chris Moore is on this slate. And I mean, and they're banged up in their wide receiver core. Like Jacoby Myers, if he plays, I don't see how he doesn't get 10 targets.
Agreed.
So
and I mean, this is the matchup, right?
Right. So if you want to pivot, I mean, because Nelson Aguilar is sitting there at 16%, just play Jacoby Myers.
Hey, I'm with you. You know another ownership that kind of scares me right now. Why is the Sun God so high owned right now?
What do you have him at?
18%.
I got him at 13 on DK.
He should be 2. Do they not know? Do they not know? He's about to get the sauce.
I mean, not only is he getting the sauce, but Jared Goff's playing outside. And I'm a believer in that type of stuff.
He's got to go to East Rutherford and deal with the sauce. I'm fading every Lion. I'll let you know that right now.
I'm not playing a Jets wide receiver as much as I wanted to play them at the beginning of the week.
You're not playing Elijah Moore, bro?
No, I wanted to when Mike White was in.
Yeah, true. You know what? I'm fading that game. How about that?
I'm only playing the defenses from that game. I'll play either one.
You're right. I'll play the Lions or the Jets. You're right. Whatever fits.
I mean, the only player that I might consider playing to make lineups fit might be Zonovan Knight, because like we know when Zach Wilson's the quarterback, like the last thing the Jets want him to do is to throw. And let's not forget, like both of these Jets wide receivers low key trashed Zach Wilson when he got taken out.
Right.
Rightfully so. So like,
they ain't gonna play for this dude.
So like, I mean, he probably just fired up some Tyler Conklin, but that's another discussion. But yeah, it's kind of just I'm not touching that game. Like if Chalky Garrett Wilson beats me with Zach Wilson, like that's fine. Like
yeah, I'll just accept my fate at that point. I'm cool with that too. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. I mentioned it earlier, but both of the nobody's playing either one of the Bucks wide receivers. I got Mike Evans at sub 5. Right. and then the God is it's like 9%. Um, so like
I promise
either
you,
one.
bro. I promise you. Mike Evans is about to break this damn slate tomorrow. I'll let you know right now.
So either one of them would be fine. Okay, so I got a really gross play at wide receiver. Um, if you don't want to play, because nobody's gonna own this dude, because everybody's gonna go to Chris Moore and like Zay Jones as their gross wide receivers.
All right. Talk to me.
But how would you feel if you played? I don't know I don't know how he's related to you. Maybe you want to give us a
I knew
backstory.
it. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it. My little brother, okay? My little cousin, all right? Rashid Shaheed, okay? I am with it. I sign a signature of approval, okay? You play some Rashid Shaheed tomorrow. The deep ball threat known as against Atlanta. I am in. You don't have to say anything else. Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, so the last time he played, he went 4 for 75. The Falcons are 29th in basically in defense against the pass. He's coming off a season high in snaps and targets. Um, and like, yeah, I think AJ Terrell will be dealing with Chris Olave, but the Falcons are so bad against the deep ball. And like, Andy Dalton has shown signs of, competence. So like, he could probably get a deep ball to him. But yeah, nobody's playing him as the. So if you're really looking for the out, like it's not a bad way just to fucking YOLO it.
Chill. Here's what you do. All right. You play some Taysom Hill at quarterback.
Oh
and you, and you stack him up with some Rashid Shaheed, right? And then you're just gonna have the nuts around it. And you can just play chalk, do whatever the hell you want with your lineup. But you got those two, just print. Just fucking print. It's gonna be amazing. And I can almost guarantee you when I send over my doll hair lineup in the group chat, there will be no GIF for Rashid Shaheed. I'll find one for Taysom, of course, but
right.
It's gonna be amazing.
I think for the most part, that would cover it for wide receiver. I think my favorite wide receiver on the slate is probably CeeDee Lamb. He's not a contrarian play, but he's probably my favorite wide receiver this week.
I will take Sedarius versus Mike Williams if you want it.
Yeah,
I'll take anybody. I'll take anybody versus Mike Williams. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'll go CD. I believe in my plays.
All right, excellent. So Baker has Mike Williams versus Mike Evans, and you have Sedarius Lamb versus Mike Evans. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll take CD. I believe in my plays.
Do you want to take Chris Moore versus Rashid Shaheed?
Which one am I getting?
You're getting Chris Moore.
No,
I'm not giving you my cousin.
I'd feel better with your cousin, because your cousin could go for 2 for 100.
You're right though. Hey man, Chris Moore was fucking sexy last week though.
I don't know who's throwing him the ball. Is it Davis Mills? Is it Jeff Driscoll? Is it you? Is it Baker? Is it
They're
Dale?
just rotating They're rotating quarterbacks. It's amazing.
Dude, Chris Moore could come out and be the quarterback tomorrow. I don't fucking know what they're doing in Houston.
You're not wrong.
They don't even know what they're doing. Like,
you're not wrong.
You got any qualms with, like, if you figure that the Riddler can actually throw the deep ball? Do you think Drake London is worth a look?
See, Ritter is such a question mark.
Right, but like, would this be I guess maybe the better way to put it is, like, if you think he can do anything, this would be the week to play Drake London, right? Because if he does anything in this game, you damn well know he's going to be chalk next week. So, like, do you kind of just play him? And just because, like, Riddler was pretty good at the deep ball in college, and he had a wide receiver similar to Drake London. So, like,
Nice.
Mariota was ass. So this might like I might throw Drake London in a lineup or two. I'm not against it.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Like if he gets 20 points tomorrow, I'm not going to be surprised.
Right. Some news after dark from Underdog. T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, Kadarius Toney, Tyler Boyd, all expected to play. And Ramondre Stevenson has a good chance to play as well.
So, like, what the... So, hold on. Is Ramondre Stevenson going to pull the Josh Jacobs when Josh Jacobs broke the slate?
What, like be unowned and then he just shreds?
Yeah.
Great chance. Great chance that could happen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. People are sharp though. That ownership could change on a dime.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We ready to segue into TE?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite tight end play is chalky, but I don't care.
Are you playing Travis Kelce?
No, I'm playing Dalton Schultz.
Oh, well, you want to play Dakota, so I mean, whatever. I'm not going to be mad at
I
you.
mean, even without Dakota, like Jacksonville is very weak in the middle of the field, and that's where Dalton Schultz, and that's where CD live. So, like, I like them both there. I mean, and you got our boy Chig, but he's going to be kind of chalky.
Chig.
I mean, I'm kind of looking at some of these other guys. Is Darren Waller playing?
He is activated from the IR. I don't know if he's actually going to play.
So is he kind of like Goddard in that sense?
Yeah. Kind of like Goddard.
Gross.
I know.
Okay, if you're like super punting, do you have the balls to play Jordan Akins after they just activated about 20,000 tight ends?
Hell to the no.
Okay.
Hard pass.
Okay, and then my favorite non-chalky tight end is probably Hunter Henry at that point.
Yeah, I can get behind playing Hunter Henry for sure.
I forgot to ask in the wide receiver spot. Who is Pittsburgh's starting quarterback tomorrow?
Mitch Trubisky.
Is it Trubisky? Because I didn't see him announce it because I know he announced the news today. So
yes, he is announced as his quarterback for tomorrow. He is starting.
If it was Mason Rudolph, I would have totally played Deontay Johnson.
Ha!
But no, I'm not.
That just gives you permission to play Najee Harris.
I'll never have any qualms. Wait a minute, is that right? Why is Gerald Everett at 4%? I might have to change.
I was gonna say that.
I might have to put a halt on this fucking Dalton Schultz thing.
Listen, chill.
So you
this
just play
is the
Herbert?
sauce.
Do you just play Herbert, Mike Williams, and Dalton Schultz? And Mike Evans?
And Gerald Everett.
Or Gerald Everett.
Yeah, you play those three, right? And like, don't even run it back with a Tennessee Titan. Like, fade the Derrick Henry chalk. Okay, you just run those three and call it a damn day. That's what I would do.
Right. Well, you run those three in hopes that the game gets away from Tennessee, and he kind of fades himself out.
Or you just run it back with Robert Woods, who's like one of two healthy receivers on that team.
Right. Is Burks playing or no?
Nah, he's out.
Damn.
I know.
So yeah, you play some Bob Trees.
I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna just let Gerald Everett sit at less than 5%? Did y'all not see what Evan Ingram? Did we not see what he did to Tennessee last week?
That blows my mind.
So we're just we're not gonna play Gerald Everett in what is essentially the same spot. We're just not gonna do it, huh? Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna do it. Hey, y'all just hold this L, but I'm gonna do it.
Also, if you want to play Tyler Conklin because he's the only person that didn't hurt Zach Wilson's feelings, that's fine too.
Hey, chill.
Yeah.
You know what you could do on FanDuel?
Weapon X.
You can play Taysom Hill at tight end at 62 hundo. All right. Cheaper than Dalton Schultz. It's like that bridge between like going all the way up to Kelsey and like going all the way down to like your Evan Ingram tier, you know? So I mean, just saying. Weapon X. I might run dual tight ends tomorrow on FanDuel just so I can play both Gerald Everett and Taysom Hill.
Dude, it's really easy this week to run. So on either site, well, maybe not on FanDuel, but like on DraftKings, should you just run Kelsey and Everett? It's not ideal, but
Chili, you know how I play the game of fantasy football in Daily? You know I don't play Travis Kelce ever.
I don't play him either.
Like ever. Like ever. Like I don't no, I don't.
He's only in my Mahomes lineups. That's it.
I don't play Patrick Mahomes because the mother likes to spread it out everywhere. Is it a great play? Yes. Is Travis Kelce amazing? Absolutely. But it's so pricey. Like y'all want to play up at running back, y'all want to play up at tight end, y'all don't want to play up at receiver, but paying up at receiver has been the move this entire year. Okay.
Facts.
Okay. Y'all take Travis Kelce. I'm just gonna play Joe Everett and like be done with it.
Defense is gonna take a quick second.
Lions.
So basically, everyone, if you don't play the Broncos defense, you're contrarian.
But like, okay, yes, God, yes.
I mean, on either site.
Why don't we just play Arizona's defense?
Play whoever you want.
I mean,
literally,
we act like the Broncos quarterback is like, I don't know, good. No Russell Wilson tomorrow, like that would have made a damn difference. But I'm not paying a 20% ohm defense.
Some of our coworkers might say it's an upgrade that Russell Wilson is out.
You're not wrong about that statement.
Some Brett Ripien tomorrow.
Yo, why am I seeing the Jets defense at like 1% owned? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Play the Jets. Play the Steelers against Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you could play the Jets.
Pay all the way up for the Eagles.
I don't hate the Patriots defense at 2,800.
Dude, Derek Carr is so sauce, bro.
Yeah, they're going through it.
Going through it is an understatement.
They're going through it.
Understatement, bro.
I mean, Pittsburgh's defense, I thought would have been more chalkier, but apparently I'm wrong. Sam Darnold's still their quarterback, so
fair.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know. Maybe at this point you just pay all the way up for the Chiefs. I don't know. Like you can realistically, you do whatever you want.
Oh, what are people gonna do? Pay for the Chiefs and Kelsey and Mahomes? Like, okay.
You could. At that point, you probably play Pacheco in the defense.
I mean, you saw what paying up for the Cowboys defense did last week,
bruh.
Against the Texans.
You're not wrong.
Didn't work out too well. But yeah, like I said, man, I'd just rather pay the opposite side and just play the Cardinals defense. I'm not playing a 20% on defense, 30% on I don't fucking care what the price is.
It's so high.
So like, wait. So the Broncos defense is chalky and James Conner is chalky. You need to do the math for me on this one.
I actually like the James Conner play.
Does that work? You were gonna play the Broncos defense and James Conner? Does that work? Does that?
It would work today.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
So stupid.
Right. Let's play all these Vikings who dropped 36 fucking points and high score defense played against them. What the fuck is that about? What is that about?
Absolutely incredible.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Cardinals defense.
I'm fucking in, bro. I'm in. And again, the Jets defense is going to be virtually unowned. Sign me up, please. I'm sorry. I know Jared Goff has been on a tear lately, but he's not in the confines of Ford Field anymore. So he gets to come to East Rutherford and get these hands.
You're not wrong. Either defense, Lions or Jets works. The Lions have actually their defense has been really good over the past 5 to 6 weeks. They're actually doing a really good job of stopping the run. If you take the run away from Zach Wilson, usually bodes well. So I'm good with either one. I mean, the Saints defense becomes like the Saints defense could if Desmond Riddler shits the bed, like that would probably be the one that scares me the most. But you don't know.
Yeah, I can get behind that for sure. All right, well, chill. Why don't we make our bold calls at each position and go ahead and wrap up the show for the select few listeners that tune in on a Sunday morning to indulge in our conversation while they're sipping their coffee, eating their morning bagel. You know, let's go position by position. Give me the highest scoring player tomorrow that you may need in your DFS lineups to take down a tournament. Quarterback. Who's the top scorer?
Ooh, I'm really torn between Dakota and Joe Burrow. Um, I like them both. I also like Herbert. Um, I think it's going to be Dakota, and I only think it's going to be Dakota because I think he might be able to snipe a rushing touchdown.
He's
So
capable. He's capable.
So I'm gonna go. I mean, I've been preaching it all week. I'll die on this sword that is the Dallas Cowboys. So I'll roll with Dakota.
I'm with it. I am torn between Justin Herbert and the Hurt Business, but I'm gonna take the home matchup in this one. I don't think Tennessee is gonna travel well, and I think Justin Herbert shows his ass tomorrow. Justin Herbert, number one scorer tomorrow at the quarterback position.
Are we both? Are we both? Are we both on the same guy at running back?
Are we?
I'm going towards Miles Sanders. I don't know if that hurts your hurt business call, but
I didn't say the Hurt Business. I said Justin Herbert's going to be the number one scorer quarterback.
Yeah, Miles Sanders for me at the running back position.
Yep, which is going to be second by this guy right here, Miles Sanders, number one. Absolutely. But in a close second, Najee Harris, bro.
If I have to pick a close second, I'm
getting bold tomorrow. I know if Baker were here, he would say Joe Mixon. So I'll just throw it out as an honorary pick.
Yeah. If Ramondre plays,
hey, it's looking likely. I think he's going to play. Wide receiver. Don't even ask me, Mike Evans.
I'll have to stick with my Dakota move, and I'll have to go CD.
Well, you took the prop bet, so you're taking a guy that's going to outscore Mike Evans. So I would assume Sedarius Lamb was coming. So
I'll go CD, but Jamar Chase is really close.
Jamar Chase might be like a nice late swaption for me tomorrow. Like if I have to get off Herbert and go to somebody that's lower owned, you best believe I'm gonna find a way to finagle my team to get up to Chase as well.
I mean, at that point, you probably just go all the way back down to Brady, right?
I'm playing some Thomas Patrick Brady tomorrow. Okay, I'm doing it. Doing it.
Yeah, I'll just go CD because it correlates.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Tight end. Who's doing it?
Gerald Everett.
Oh, let's go! Gerald Everett. You think Gerald Everett's going to outscore Travis Kelce tomorrow?
I think it's a possibility.
I mean, it's always a possibility. We saw what Evan Ingram did.
Travis Kelce's just the easy answer. Like
it is the easy answer, but I mean, it does work.
if Travis Kelce has 3 touchdowns tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, well, I still can finish him first.
I know, right? I still got a shot because Gerald Everett's gonna be right behind his ass. Chili, if we're talking about FanDuel, Taysom Hill is your number one freaking tight end tomorrow. Again, I might run a double with Taysom Hill and Gerald Everett. I might do it. I don't know. I'm gonna make a Millie Maker team that has that. Yeah, I'm doing that. My Millie Maker team will have Gerald Everett and Taysom Hill in the same lineup, and it's gonna be glorious.
Could you imagine, like, if you just saw it, like, on the second play of the game, God forbid Andy Dalton, like, gets hurt.
and they don't put in Jameis?
You're right. Next thing you know, dude, Taysom Hill's just strapping up.
Dude, yeah, but you would have to text me that because I'm not watching football tomorrow. Until I'm not watching football tomorrow. So
that's true.
Yeah, just send me a quick text. It just says Taysom Hill. Don't say the brand because that could be several players. Just Taysom Hill, and I'll be like, doop. And I just shit myself. I'm like, babe, we got to stop shopping. I need to get home in front of a TV, or we need to go to the bar now. Preferably one with a red zone on it.
Right.
Defense.
Ooh.
It's a tough call, man. Because we need defenses that are going to score, obviously. But, like, who is going to be, like, turnover prone enough to get potentially a pick six or a strip sack or, for a touchdown? Like, who could feasibly do this?
I got 2. I got the Chiefs defense, and then I have the Jets defense.
I like that.
And honestly, the Lions are probably 3rd.
I was gonna say Jets, but you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns and say the Steelers absolutely eviscerate Sam Darnold tomorrow.
My only concern with the Sam Darnold thing is, like, they don't want to pass either. Carolina wants to run the ball like 40 times a game.
But when they do pass,
it didn't look good. Even against Seattle, it didn't look good.
It didn't look good at all. This ain't Seattle's defense, that atrocious defense that they have. It's the Steelers. I normally don't take road defenses, but something about tomorrow. Something about it. I'm just going to lock that in. Yeah, Steelers or Jets. One of the two. That should do it. Well, I hope that everybody has a good slate tomorrow. It's gross. It's rather chalky, to be honest. I mean, there's, especially at the running back position, quarterback position, if you can get a little weird tomorrow, and hopefully this show will help you do it, if you can get just a little weird, I think tomorrow could be the day that you bink that tournament we've been waiting for all year. But until then, we wish you all the best of luck. Chili, I think you know what to do at 2:45 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, man, I gotta get out the buckets.
That's it, man. That's it. Like I said, Dale's not here, so I got to break out the new grill brick to get the grill nice and shiny for next week's show. And guess we'll go ahead and close up the shop now. And as per usual, we'll see you all at the top. Thanks for listening. Peace.